Give it up for my buddy Chris Strait. Thanks.
Thank you, Henry Phillips. Oh, so the royal baby is George. I was pulling for Shecky. I can dream, can't I? No, I got kids. I did something white people never do anymore. I gave my children first names. Oh, come on, some of you have done it. Taylor, Tyler, Tucker, Tanner, Mason, Morgan, Madison, Connor, Carson. Kid sounds like a law firm when they have two last names. Don't do that. Only white people do this. You never meet a Mexican kid. Hi, I'm Lopez Gomez. You never see that. You know? My daughter's 6. She can read really well. I mean, and if you're a parent, you know your kids put together a bunch of letters. You're on. You got to explain whatever that was. We're driving past the market. I can hear her in the back. Food for less? Oh, great, now I have to explain poverty. That's not what she said. She goes, Daddy, is there a store called Food for More? I went, yeah, sweetie, but we call it Whole Foods. That's food for way more than is necessary. So, driving with her. I said, I'm from California, so I'm used to driving everywhere that I need to be, which is why I'm glad they've upgraded the GPS technology a little bit. You don't need that voice anymore. I was tired of that angry British woman. Anyone else sick of that judgmental bitch? You can almost hear her rolling her eyes when you make a mistake. Recalculating. Idiot. I don't mind that voice telling me where to go. Fine, strong, authoritative, female, whatever. But when I make a mistake, have a kinder, gentler voice kick in, like some stoner kid. That voice is so relaxed and comforting. You wouldn't care what that kid told you. Like, use the female voice for direction, that guy to soothe you when you make a mistake. Turn left, up ahead. I turn right. Dude, you blew it. He doesn't even correct me. Never mind, bro, there's tacos up there. Never got where I'm going, but I got there anyway. I want a GPS that goes around ghettos. Can we get that now? One that doesn't take you through a bad neighborhood. Just somebody, turn left ahead, turn left up ahead. But I want to go, trust me, cracker, turn left up ahead. Okay, whatever you say. I'll buy that. Being from California, we're just not scared of certain things. Like, earthquakes freak people out everywhere else. I'm like, why don't you measure it against the other natural disasters? We win. There is no season. There is no teasing for weeks in advance. Right? The hurricanes are so mean. 3 days till I take all your stuff. 2 days till I take all your stuff. Go ahead, move your house. You can't move that. I'm taking all your stuff. Earthquakes shake for 10 seconds, once a decade, then you turn on the TV and see who really got messed up. It's never you. That's all it is. A friend of mine asked me, what's the difference between a tornado and a hurricane? I go, well, one blows around the Midwest and trailer parks. The other one hits coastal housing. I said, so you mean the only difference is self-esteem? I go, yeah, pretty much. I look at earthquakes pragmatically. Sometimes you need all your stuff laid out on the ground. That's not a natural disaster. That's God's intervention for a hoarder. That's all that is. Your grandma was never going to clean out that garage. Now she has to. Having kids stresses me out about things I gotta, my wife won't let me talk to them. Because I'm a comedian, so I'm unfiltered. I say what I'm thinking. So she's scared I'm gonna scar my children with honesty. My daughter saw a homeless man with no teeth. First time she ever noticed that. I said, Daddy, why does the man have no teeth? Daddy, why does the man have no teeth? She asked me. We're both there, but she asked me. Before I can answer, my wife goes, that's what happens when you don't brush. I said, honey, you know that's not why he has no teeth. She goes, I know, but it's a perfect time for that message. Really? You're going to use a homeless man with no teeth to send a message to our child, and you're not going to aim any higher with that message than brush your teeth? I think I'm going to start with don't smoke crack. That's where I'm going to be stuck on the message train. But she's right. You've got to be careful what you tell kids, because you give advice to children, but the world moves too fast. By the time they grow up, that advice becomes obsolete. Right? What did they tell all the baby boomers when they were kids? Get in with the company at the bottom and work your way to the top, because that's what worked for their Depression-era parents. By the time they grew up, it was all about education, and they couldn't move ahead. So they told all of us in the Generation X, stay in school. We heard it like a mantra, stay in school, stay in school. Now we've all got degrees. We're broke as shit. Because everybody's got them. Now it doesn't matter. It's all about who you know and connections. So before I tell my kids anything, I have to become a fortune teller. I've got to look into the future. I've got to see what's going to be happening. And I think I figured it out. Let's just say I'm not telling my daughter to stay in school. I'm telling her Chinese guys are hot. Thank you very much, everybody.